I want to give a quick walk around of the Argonaut trailer that I built during the COVID lockdown in 2020. Let's start here at the front. The whole frame, the foundation of it all is all 2x2 square tubing and 2x3 triple ton. So it's built extra heavy duty, the whole frame. I decided on the 20-pound bottle because of the ease and ability to replace them. You stop at Walmart and throw another one in there.
You got a 7-pin connector here.
It has
RV hookups.
Yes, with electric brakes.
Electric brakes. And the suspension?
The suspension is a Timbren axle suspension, and it's the 3500 heavy duty with the long spindles and a 4-inch lift.
So we got a Timbren 3500 axle-less HD suspension.
Yes, and I found that it rides extremely well.
There we go.
All of the wiring, except for the electric brakes where they come out of the bottom of the floor, is in the subfloor of the structure.
Okay.
The side walls are all 3/4-inch marine grade plywood, and it's a one-piece, 5-foot by 10-foot piece.
Okay. So
The interior wall is 1/2-inch Baltic birch. Back here we have the water fill, and then we also have a electrical outlet on the outside if you're hooked into shore power.
So we have, let's look back here. You got shore power hookups, a 30 amp
This
shore
is
power
the 30
plug.
amp, and it has a 30 amp breaker inside.
Yeah, you got a 30 amp breaker box.
So this is your normal shore power hookup.
Stainless, marine grade.
Just about everything that I used on this trailer is a marine grade, including all the glues and adhesives.
All the glues and adhesives are
They're all 3M 5200 or better marine grade adhesives.
And then you fabricated all this aluminum that you see.
The fenders I bought as they are. They're a jigsaw fender.
You bought the fenders.
And the doors I also purchased. They're Lippert doors, and they're a standard size that just about anybody can purchase. These port lights were all purchased off of Amazon, and I found the stainless steel ones in the front are very high quality. The exterior skin is all 040 aluminum, and the diamond plate is all 065. I fabricated the tank holder and the whole gas system. Here we have the solar hookup, and it's a quick, easy plug-in.
Quick MC4 looks like connectors.
Yes.
And what's the solar system? 200 watt to 100.
Two 100 watt panels.
Okay.
And inside here we have 2 AGM batteries with a main shutoff, and the solar panel controller is also mounted inside here with the electrical fuses for the rest of the system.
So the fuse box, the controller for the solar, and here's the hookups that go in there for the solar panels, so you can just quick connect right on there and put the panels wherever you want, as opposed to having them stationary where you're stuck with wherever they're mounted, wherever you're parked, so this is,
it has a 30-foot cable with it right now,
a 30-foot,
and these quick connects, so it gives you the ability to be able to move the solar panels in the sun without having to park the camper itself in the sun and cooking in. So it's a real convenient. I don't like to have to mount them solidly. I felt like that was detrimental.
So, yeah, you got a 30-foot radius to mount them and put them wherever you want.
And that's been plenty so far in all the testing.
That's
I've
been
done.
plenty to run the whole system and keep it charged over the course of.
I can run, all of the lights are LED, and everything is designed so that you can run completely off a 12-volt system.
So all the
You do
lighting
not-
and everything you can run off
and,
12 volt.
and it has enough battery and enough solar power to maintain every day, so you'd never run out of your electrical.
So you got two deep cycle marine 90 amp hour batteries running parallel in that system.
Yes. And then on this side of this storage area, you've got a 12,000 BTU Dometic heater.
Okay.
And I found it to be a real efficient furnace, and it does an excellent job in a small camper like this.
All right. And then what about these back here?
Now this
Got
is
an extra hitch.
This is a mounting system that I've got that it's just a 2-inch receiver, and then it's pinned here. I've got these stabilizers hooked on there right now so we don't have any rattling, but you loosen those up, you pull it out, and then on the front there's the same type setup. You can pull it out, and as opposed to a canopy or anything, after you set that up, you can stab a patio umbrella right down in it, and then it covers the top and the door.
Right.
So you have protection over your door if it's raining or something, and you're
Oh, yeah.
out of the camper.
Oh yeah. Let me get a full walk around here. Got the outside LEDs. All right. Oh, you want to open it up?
Yeah, let me. I'm gonna reach in. Turn off.
Go ahead. We're rolling. There, you just turn the main for the electrical.
I just turned the
panel
batteries on. Up here is the main panel for most of the lights. Your exterior and interior lights and your reading lights are all controlled right here. The fan is operated. It is a Max Air, and I highly recommend it. It's a great fan, but it has a 4-speed, and it does an excellent job of pulling air through here for ventilation.
Oh,
And then on this side, I also have 2 power sources, USB and your normal power socket. There's also a switch on here and a monitor. And
yeah, you can see you're running 12.6 volts.
yes, it hasn't been
Which
on
is-
any charging or anything for
And it
quite a
hasn't
while.
charged for a long time, so that's a good thing.
The cubby holes are right here. It's got a television with a DVD player built into it.
All right. And then,
And then there's lots of storage up here. And then we also have storage under the floor, under the main part of the bed.
Open up that electrical access right here.
You
Yeah,
can
there's
get
your
it both of your
batteries,
batteries.
and
And
your fuse
all
box and
your
controller
electrical.
back there.
You can reach it from either inside here or
Right.
from your access
You can
panel
reach
on
it
the
here,
outside.
this access panel right here from the outside. And then opening this up, you'll be able to see your controller for the solar. Walk around.
We'll take a look at the galley.
Yeah, let's take a look at the galley.
Well, first thing, back here, we also have a 2-inch receiver back here,
Okay.
and a cargo rack fits in there real nice. And if you're going on a long haul, you can put a storage locker, a big cooler, or whatever you want right there, and it
Right.
works out great.
Okay.
Now
and then-
these are arc stabilizing jacks.
Yeah.
They're you pull out here and they'll adjust it and lock into different positions.
Yeah, you can adjust
You
them.
can put them totally vertical and use it as a jack if you needed to change your tire.
Right.
They're pretty much overkill for this, but when you throw them out like an outrigger and then level yourself up with them, it makes for a really stable unit. And
yeah, and you can use them to level it up and yeah, change the tire if you need to. It's all built in right on there.
right, you wouldn't have to get any kind of jack system.
Yeah.
And I felt like that was I like the way they tucked in.
And then, you know, nothing really exposed on the undercarriage, just your electric brakes, armored cable, and then your gas line going back to the galley.
Which we'll take a look at now.
All right. Okay. Really thick lid.
The entire thing is insulated. It has a 2-inch double face foam, high density core foam,
Right, so-
sandwiched in between 2 pieces of plywood. The
So-
plywood being 6 mils on each side, and all being Baltic birch.
And this is all made from Baltic birch.
Almost the entire thing is built from Baltic birch, except for like these cabinets. They're built from a poplar, and
Right.
it was hand picked. Is how I got this grain.
So, yeah, so
Like
these
it
were
is.
just custom built. All of this you see, all of
I
this
custom built
cabinetry.
all of this.
Yeah, and that's poplar. We got some storage.
All of this
food.
is all of the cabinets are poplar, and then
Here's your
That's
switches for your water pump,
your 2 lights.
and then your 2 lights here. They're real bright LEDs, and then those are adjustable. As you can
I like
see.
the fact that you can turn them in or out just depending on how much brightness you need. But they, having them mounted here, they put the light down here on your countertop and your cabinets, as opposed to spraying down on your back and creating all those shadow lines.
Right, and then
So I just felt like it was really practical in that position.
and then also
You
here's
also
your
have a power
your-
outlet and a
your
USB
12
outlet.
yeah, you got a 12-volt
And then
power.
also another monitor back here.
Right. Yeah, you can plug your phone in or whatever. It takes a
Yes.
standard USB. And then this is a kill switch for it. Here you got a 20 amp outlet for when you're hooked up to shore power. Let's see, more storage, magnetic latches,
Self-closing.
self-closing hinges. All right, we got the sink,
We've got the sink stove combination.
stove combination.
And I like that it's all one containment. You can make a big mess in here and then just wash it all down and clean it up. It's maintenance wise, it's nice and easy.
Folds down out of the way, nice.
Very accessible.
And you can use the top of it, you know, more table
When it's
space,
folded down, you've got more
obviously.
countertop space,
So it's
which
nice.
really becomes handy.
This is stainless top.
The top is all stainless steel.
All right.
And there's a 15-gallon freshwater tank down below here.
15-gallon freshwater.
Yes, and then you also have your breaker box, and there's your water tank, and then I also store the cables for the solar panels right here.
Okay.
This is a cutoff switch for the gas coming up to the stove.
Okay. There's your water pump, plumbing, electrical back in there.
It's a Lippert max flow pump, and I like the fact that it's not always cycling. Once it reaches pressure, it shuts off. No leaking, no problems with it at all.
All right.
Not a place where I wanted to cut back and have any regrets about buying a cheap one.
And this thing has been completely waterproof. It stays dry. It holds in heat. It holds in cool. It's been through how many thunderstorms? A lot.
It
lot of
it went
bad
through a
Kansas
75
weather.
mile an hour winds, and if it wasn't for the noise, this thing didn't even shake once I had stabilizers down, and it was amazing how
That's
how
nice
it is.
too.
No water leaks in anywhere, and a lot of it has to do with the way that it was weather stripped, and a lot to do with the type of hurricane hinge that I used.
There you go.
You don't see any daylight or anything in or around that thing. And a lot of issues was right here. There ends up being a 1/4 inch gap right here. And that's where people are getting the leak. It's coming down here and it's coming out of there. And it wants to trail back into that hole.
Right.
And then it wants to follow down inside, and they're having rot on their doors and down below there. But
Right.
it's been through the car wash, pressurized, and sprayed directly into it like I was trying to make it leak, and it did not.
Right. Extremely rugged, well made, and then the floor has 1.5 inches of insulation in it. Foam
The bottom of
insulation.
the floor is a marine grade plywood,
Yeah.
and it's been sprayed with a Raptor liner. And then on top of that is 1.5 inch double faced high density foam, has real high R value. And then on top of that is another 1/2 inch layer of Baltic birch. So the total thickness of your floor is 2 3/4 inches. And it's quiet, and there's a barrier there, and the insulation to where it really makes this thing efficient. You can have a cool night and have it all closed up, and then at noon open it up and you feel nothing.